everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Sinai, for all of you that don't know me. If you haven't already done so, please feel free to subscribe to my channel so that you won't miss any of my upcoming videos. Today I filmed this purple gold makeup look using the Tarteist Pro Palette. This is the third look I filmed so far using this palette, and I've got to say that I absolutely love it. I love this palette because it is very versatile. Anybody can use it because it does contain warm tone colors as well as cool tone colors. If you guys want to know how I got this look, then go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, so for my transition color, I'm going to use the color Indie, and I'm going to add this to the crease and above my crease with a blending brush. You want to make sure that it's well blended. Next, I'm taking this lighter pink color, which is called MOD, and I'm going to focus this on the outer corner of my eye. So what I'm going to do here is I'm trying to create a gradient effect. So I'm going to go from lightest to darkest. Now I'm taking Drama, which is darker than MOD, and I'm also going to pop it in the outer corner, but this time with a more dense brush. Now I'm taking the color Vamp on something that looks like a pencil brush, but it's a bit bigger, and I'm going to add that to the outer corner of my eye. And I'm not going to drag it in like I dragged in the other colors as well. Then I'm going to take a blending brush and just get rid of any harsh lines and blend everything in together. Now with the pencil brush, I'm going to take the color Punk, and I'm going to pop that in the outermost corner of my eye. So what I'm doing here is that I'm taking my brush and I'm placing it where I want the most product, and then I turn it around to where the brush is clean so that I can blend everything in together and it won't look so harsh. And without adding any additional color, I am just taking my blending brush and blending everything out together. Now I'm going to use this Too Faced glitter glue, and I'm going to add this to the inner corner of my eye towards the middle of my lid. And this is just going to help so that the color Glam could stick more to my lid, and it will also help with the shadows pigment so that it could look more pigmented on your lid. I'm going to mix these two colors together, and I'm going to add them to where Glam and the other eyeshadows meet so that it could look more blended and it won't look as harsh. With my Kat Von D liquid liner, I'm going to line my eyes, but I'm not going to create a wing. I did prepare my eyes for my false lashes, and I added my lashes as well. I'm going to leave the eyes alone for now, and I'm going to move on to my face. I'm going to prime with the Too Faced Hangover Primer, and I'm just using this stippling brush to add it. For foundation, I'm going to be using the Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation, and I'm going to be adding this with a stippling brush. The way I like to put on this foundation is by doing half of my face first, and then I go in with a beauty blender to blend everything out. The only reason I like to do this with this foundation is because it tends to dry a little bit faster, which makes it less blendable. For concealer, I'm going to be using the NARS Creamy Concealer in the color Mustard, and I'm just adding this to the highest points of my face. And to blend it all out, I'm going to be using the famous Beauty Blender. To highlight furthermore, I'm going to be using this MAC Prep and Prime, and I'm just adding this over my concealer, but I'm not dragging it down or to the sides as much as I did to the concealer. And I'm also going to be adding it to the highest points of my face, but I'm not going to add too much because then it tends to look too white. And to blend everything out once again, I'm going to use the Beauty Blender. And just like your eyeshadow, you want to make sure that you're blending correctly and you take your time because you don't want any harsh lines. Before I add any powders to my face, I do like to add all of my creams first. So to contour my face, I'm going to be using the Pro Palette, and I'm using the cream shade to contour my cheeks, my forehead, my nose, my jawline, and under my lip. So I've always had trouble when it comes to contouring my nose, but lately with practice I've become better. So usually what I would do is watch videos on how people would contour their nose, and then I would try to mimic what they were doing. But honestly, I wasn't liking how my nose would turn out. So what I did was I studied my face and I studied what type of nose or how I wanted my nose to look, and then I just started practicing on how to contour. Now to set my contour, I'm going to be using the powder that is included in this palette. Finally, to set my concealer, I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier translucent powder. And I'm also going to be using it to sharpen up my contour line. I'm going to let this sit while I go and finish my eyes. And I'm going to mix these two shades here to put on the outer corner of my lower lash line. And then with this darker color here, I'm going to put it in the outer corner. And I'm not going to touch the inner corner. Then I'm going to take the color Glam on a very defined brush, and I'm going to be adding that to the inner corner of my lower lash line. Then I'm going to be adding my favorite mascara to my lower lashes. And for my waterline, I'm going to be using this nude eyeliner from Maybelline. And with a large powder brush, I'm going to be removing all of this excess powder. Then for blush, I'm going to be using this Tarte blush called Party. And to highlight, I'm going to be using Lit from the Tarte Pro Palette. I'm just adding that to the highest point of my face. And to set my face, I'm going to be using the All Nighter by Urban Decay setting spray. And for lips, I did use Lumiere 2 from Colourpop. Then I took some of that highlighter Lit from the Pro Palette and I added that to the center of my lips. And this is the final result. Until next time.